A soulless skin, tired eyes, I cold every flicker of fear.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's another episode of Sheeko Sheeko. We got something for you guys. I'm so excited to have our guest, Nawal Adamz, with a Z, on our show today. We're going to have a few questions to ask her. I want to know who, what, where, and how. Now, before we start our episode, guys, I just want to say a few things. First and foremost, my name is Queen Buuq, a.k.a. Lavahat. This is my it's my new thing.
All right.
And this is?
And this is Bueller.
Bueller. Okay, so before we start the episode, I just want to put a disclaimer out there. I'm very passionate about this subject, this topic that we're going to start talking about. Another thing is, Sheeko Sheeko is not a religious, informative group, all right? Google is there for you. If you have questions about the deen, if you have questions about Islam, feel free to Google it. Another thing is that our guest has decided not to show her identity. This is strictly because her story is so personal to her, and she's writing a book. So
within good reason.
Within good reason. Yeah. So be kind in the comment sections. If we say something that you don't like or you do like, feel free to express your views. But like I said, if I'm here to get educated. I don't know about you guys, but I'm here to get educated. This is an epidemic that's happening in our culture. So in terms of religion, you could go ahead and comment, but we're not sheikhs here. We're not an Islamic institution or a website or a web series to educate you in that sense. Feel free to Google it, but let's get the show started. So, thank you so much, Nawal Adamz. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I know you're nervous, but we're gonna get to it. All right, you have put yourself out there. You decided to share your story with the public, and people have questions, including myself. All right, so I'm gonna tell you how I came about your story.
Okay.
I saw your story on Instagram. Actually, Halima Jama, who was a guest of ours, our last episode, as she was leaving our taping, and we had a great show. She said, "Guys, you guys should check out this new series. It's a book, and she's putting out these posts. Her name's Nawal Adamz. Check her out, The First Wife." And that's how I came about it. Now, your book is called Tales of the First Wife. When I read your post, by then you only did like maybe three posts. I was so consumed by anger. I was curious. I was upset. I was ready to divorce my husband. I'm not even married, nor am I seeing anybody, but I was ready to break up with people. I was ready to break up with you, Bueller. We're not even together. I was ready to kick you out. You know what I mean?
Angry black woman syndrome. Yeah.
Exactly. So that being said, tell us about yourself.
So thanks for having me, you guys, and also shout out to Halima for
hooking you up, introducing us.
She's a really nice girl. You guys should check her out on Instagram, Halima Jama _
Yes.
And
her new book too.
Yes, and her new book.
So check her that book out as well.
That before it's sold out. Love you, Fi Sabilillah.
Yeah.
And her pictures, mashallah, are amazing. So check out Halima Jama.
For the viewers that have no idea who you are, what your story is, and your experience, how about you give us a summary?
So I am 25 years old. I grew up in Toronto. I'm a nursing student. Inshallah, this is supposed to be my last year.
Inshallah.
I've been married for 6 years. So just to give you like a quick summary, because I don't want to go on and on. We were married for 6 years. My husband moved to Edmonton for school and work purposes.
Right.
I was planning to move to Edmonton too after my last year.
When did he move to Edmonton during the marriage?
Last year.
Okay.
So
which is your 6th year?
2014.
Your 6th year of marriage, like your
the fifth.
The 5th year. Okay.
Technical, yeah. So he moved there for school and stuff, and I was planning to move there too, inshallah. Well, not anymore. But I was there with him during the summer just to visit him because I had a semester off, and I came back to Toronto August 27. He called me September 11 to say he's getting married, and he called like.
Wait, that's like literally 2 weeks. So you're with your husband for the summer months, right?
Yeah.
And then you come back to Toronto. He calls you within 2 weeks and says,
"Hey, I'm getting married on Sunday."
And he calls you on 9/11.
Yeah, that's not proper.
It's not a laughing matter, but
that's very sad. Yeah. So he called to tell me he's getting married on Sunday. So for me, like, if you asked me a year ago how I would have reacted, I would have been like, oh, I would have done this to him. I would have cussed him out.
Right.
That's like what every woman would say.
Yeah.
But I was just bizarrely calm and just confused. And I just was like, okay, who, when, why?
Right.
Like, you know, just asking questions in a very calm manner. So what am I supposed to do? Like, eat him through the phone?
Of course. That's completely understandable. I would have cussed him out. That's just me. Yeah, I would have, gotten violent. But so you're calm. I think it's general shock.
Yeah.
Can we say that? Can we say that you were in shock?
The shock, I was in a state of shock for a few days in the beginning because I just, like, I look back and I'm like, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I make,
Yeah.
Hindsight is always 20/20. I guess
know.
it's like you taking the time to wrap your head around the situation.
Yeah,
takes
exactly.
longer than you.
So he calls you on Friday. He tells you,
He's
what's
getting
up,
married on
boo?
Sunday.
I'm getting married on Sunday.
And, I ask him questions like, who is she and all that. And he answers them. But I don't know this person, obviously, because I'm not from Edmonton. And I never had any inkling that this would happen. Or it wasn't even a conversation.
Right.
And the reason that he said he got married was because he wanted to have kids. Because we were married for 6 years. We never had kids by the will of Allah. Like, nobody's sick or anything. It's just,
it just so happens that way.
Yeah.
And so his reasoning is, I'm marrying a woman in Edmonton. So this one is in Edmonton. You live in Toronto. I'm getting married because I want to have kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was his reason. And we had a very brief conversation. I was like, okay, that's what you want to do. Peace out, homie. Just hung up. Never.
Peace out. What does that mean? Like peace out. Like, send me my papers. I'm out.
Yeah, like just get ready for the divorce. That was my answer. And after that, I was in my parents' house at that time, just walking around the basement. It's like almost 3 a.m. by this time, and everybody's sleeping. I'm waiting for Fajr to wake up my family, but then I don't want to like wake them up and shock them with this type of news. Yeah. So I'm just twiddling my thumbs, waiting for the time to pass.
Right.
I go upstairs. I call all my friends who are my close friends. They're crying. I didn't cry on the phone with them. Yeah. And then I came upstairs. My little brother saw me, and he started like asking me what's wrong. Right. And I just broke down and told him everything. Then I told him to go to bed. And then I started making the kids lunch, Yeah. Because they're going to school.
Your siblings.
My siblings, yeah. And I'm like making breakfast. And I'm not a morning person, so when my mom came downstairs, she's like, why are you awake this morning, doing this? Right. And I started making her coffee. I'm like holding it in still. I want everybody to settle down before I drop the bomb.
Of course.
But I couldn't take it after. The coffee was taking too long to boil. I turned it off. I'm like, listen, Hori, we got to talk. Yeah. She's like, give me my coffee. I'm like, your coffee can wait. So I sat her down. This is what's really good. And I told her. And she was like, I feel like in front of me, she was very strong. And she was like, don't worry. That's what he did. No problem. No problem.
Not Somali, you know what I mean? Like, what do they say? Like, they're ready to go. Like, yo, this is what it is. We're ready for war. Let's do it.
So my mom is like calming me down. No problem. But later on, she breaks down. Like, I could hear her. I was in my bed when I went upstairs. Because remember, I pulled an all-nighter. Yeah. When I went upstairs, I could hear her crying. Right. And I was in my bed. Like, I literally could not even come down to console her because I didn't want to start bawling too. Of course. And I'm like at that point so exhausted I cannot even get out of bed. Right.
What are some of the thoughts that are going through your head?
I was thinking, first off, I thought, let me cut a ticket, go to Edmonton, do some damage. Yeah. But then I'm like, I gotta go to school. Yeah. I have a career, I have a life. Of course. And my pride's not gonna let me go, and I'm not gonna, after you hurt me and go and just do what you're gonna do. I'm not gonna fly cross country for you.
You ever think, like, if she... I just want to also say, hold on, before I even ask that question, I want to put it out there. I see your face. You see my face. Y'all can't see her face, all right? But I'm telling you, she's a dime piece. So I don't want to hear in the comments, oh, she's not showing her face because, she's a 4 on a good day, yada, yada, yada. Nope. I'm telling you right now, she's a dime piece, a 10 out of 10, period. My next question would be, did you not think, who is... Like, what video vixen was able to have that question? What does this woman look like?
Of course. And I asked him. I said, describe to me what she looks like. Right. And, he was reluctant, but then I got it out of him. He just made vague descriptions. Oh, she's tall, or she's skinny, or she's light skinned.
Whoa. He said she's tall?
Yeah, she's tall, skinny.
And light skin. Which to me is like... that's a straight up jab. You know what I mean? Like, he could have simply said, hey, she's Somali. You know what I mean?
He did say that, but then, like, I kept pushing for a reaction. Not that I was expecting him to say that.
Right.
But, you know, he just blurted it out. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's how it is. So when he planted that seed in my head, I was like, I got to see what she looks like.
Right.
I want to see what she looks like.
Right.
And later on,
tall, skinny, and light skin.
Light skin, like, you know. So I later on did.
Which ironically is the type of men I like. So it's just funny that it's the other way around. I'm joking. I shouldn't be joking, but I'm actually angry. But continue.
So later on, I did do a little investigation and find her picture, her number, all those little things. And I found her picture by doing some stalker behavior, like going into his voicemail, getting her number, adding her voice, her number in my phone, WhatsApp. You know, looking. There's 2 women in the picture, sending the.
That's also a trick, by the way. I just want to share that with everybody that we do. All right. So what we do is you could take the number, right? Find the number, add it through your contacts, and just look at the WhatsApp profile without even communicating with the person. A little stalkerish, but we do it. All right. Get on it. It's necessary. All right. So you looked into it.
Yeah. And you know, sometimes I read the comments on Instagram. Some people are like, why would you put yourself through that? Unless you're in the situation, nobody's going to be like, okay, he's married, I'm just going to move on.
I'm just going to be quiet.
I think it's just people from the outside looking in. Everybody wants closure. No matter
you want closure, even if it hurts you. Like, even my mom, like, one time when I pulled up her voicemail, I made my mom listen to her. My mom's like, why are you doing this to yourself?
Yeah.
You know, it's
I want to know her voice.
Yourself.
I want to know how she laughs. Does she have a better laugh than I do? Like,
not even
is
that.
She
like,
just
I just
like,
wanted to, because think about it, I'm in Toronto, they're in Edmonton.
Right.
So I need something visual, something to make it all real. Yeah. Otherwise, it's just like a story in my head, it felt like, you know?
A nightmare.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anything that I could like prove that this was happening,
right,
I would like grab onto it. I didn't care if it hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
I did not care even if it looked stupid. I just, whatever information I could get, and I got too much information, but in the end, it was worth it, I feel like.
Right. So he gets married on Sunday. What happens on the day of this blissful marriage? You know, the ceremony's happening, the nikah.
Yeah.
What is going through your head?
I was actually at home.